Hey Snappers, this is Chris at OSnap DIY, and today we're going to talk about proper camera operation to get the perfect shot. When you arrive at OSnap DIY, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to be issued a DSLR camera. Once you get this camera, the first thing you're going to want to do is learn how to focus it. Because we've got everything set exactly like you need to get great results, but it's up to you to get proper focus. On the camera, the big button on your right index finger is the shutter button. But this is also the button you use to focus. When you bring the camera up to your eye, you're going to see a series of squares with little dots in them. These are called focus points, but the only one you really have to worry about is the one directly in the middle. If you lightly press the shutter button about halfway down, you'll notice that the center dot illuminates red and you'll also hear a beeping sound. This means that whatever is right in front of that center dot is properly in focus. You'll also notice that as long as you continue to hold the shutter button halfway down, your focus will remain locked at that point. Now, if you release the shutter button and then you press the shutter button halfway down again and you move your camera position, then the focus will change. Now remember, once you've set your focus, make sure you or your subjects don't move backwards or forwards from that position, or the focus point will change. The way you're going to use this focus method is simple. It's a method we call focus recompose. Now we're going to go over composing in another video, but short and long of it is composing is putting the image exactly where you want in the viewfinder. The most important part of a portrait are the eyes, and that is what you want in focus. So regardless of how you want to compose your photo, you're going to put the center dot of the viewfinder on your subject's eyes, depress the shutter button halfway, and lock focus on the eye. Now, if you continue to hold the shutter button in the halfway position, you can move your camera wherever you want to recompose your photo, and the focus will hold right on the eyes. Now, if you have multiple subjects, we recommend putting them as close as possible to the same distance from the camera. In other words, imagine a parallel line from the background, a parallel line in front of the camera. You can focus on one subject's eyes, but then make sure you don't move any other subjects either too far forward or too far backwards from the one that you're focused on. If you do put one way too far in front or way too far behind, then some of your subjects are going to be in focus while others are not. Another thing you need to know about the camera operation is the zoom function on the lens. This part's pretty straightforward. If you look at the lens, you're going to notice two rings on the lens, a small one toward the end and a large one closer to the camera. This is your zoom ring. Now you're going to want to keep your left hand on this ring as you're photographing pretty much all of the time. You'll notice that if you turn this ring to the left, the barrel of the lens extends. This means you're zooming in. If you turn the ring to the right, the barrel goes in, and that means you're zooming out. And just to clarify, when you're zooming in, that means it's bringing your subject closer. When you're zooming out, it's making your subject further away. Put your eye up to the viewfinder and zoom the lens in and out a couple of times so that you can familiarize yourself with what this looks like through the camera. Now going back to focusing, you're going to want to make sure you focus after your desired zoom length. If you focus and then change your zoom position, your focus will also change, and that's a bad thing. So what you want to do is zoom in or out wherever you want, then focus. And if you're not sure what you want your portrait to look like, make sure you watch our video on composing. So now that we've gone over focus and zoom, we're going to talk about how to get the final shot. It's really very simple. All you have to do is once you have the camera up to your eye, you want to zoom in to where you want to fill the frame. You want to focus on your subject's eyes. Now you want to make sure you keep that shutter button in the halfway position to lock the focus, compose the photo where you want, and then you simply just press the shutter button the rest of the way down. Now this may sound like a lot at first, but I promise, after you do these steps 3 or 4 times, it almost becomes like second nature. And remember, quality above quantity. Of course you get every photo that you make at OSnap as a high-res digital download, but it's far better to have just a few really good sharp in-focus images than a lot of blurry ones. Also make sure that you don't accidentally turn any dials or hit any buttons during your session. Our cameras are calibrated to work seamlessly with our lighting, and if you hit any buttons or change any settings, then your results will change, usually for the worse. The only other thing you need to know about the camera is this little antenna that goes on top. This is a radio transmitter that fires the lights wirelessly. Make sure you don't set the camera on this antenna. And if for some reason the light stopped firing during your session, chances are this little antenna has become dislodged. Make sure you check it that it is all the way forward in its mount. If that is correct and your lights still aren't working, make sure you get one of our staff to help you. So that's how you operate a camera at OSnap DIY. We've gone over focus, we've gone over zoom, and we've gone over how to get the shot. If you have any questions, make sure you email us at osnapdiy@gmail.com. So until next time, this is Chris at OSnap. Keep on snapping.